Sami Zayn. What? I didn't see Sami Zayn. What? Are you for real? Sami Zayn is turned heel? Oh my God.
Guys, Sami Zayn just turned heel, I guess. And now he's pulling Kevin Owens on Shane McMahon. Holy crap.
I love this. It's the whole compilation.
This is crazy.
This is crazy.
I did not expect
that. Was very Woody Allen.
Holy hell.
Yeah, was this Eric's reaction? Wow. So there's a whole compilation. It can keep it's 2 minutes.
It goes on for like 2 minutes. I figured that was perfect rather than an opening theme for the day, because those are the reactions they're getting from a really great swerve, because nobody saw that coming. I mean, that was really well done.
The people on the video are shocked.
Oh, Sami Zayn.
Why is Sam? Sami Zayn moved Kevin Owens.
Holy
oh my God!
Shit.
No way!
Oh my God!
No way! No way! No way! Oh my God!
Oh man!
No way!
Heel turn of the century.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
I know it's not like he kicked anybody through a barbershop window or anything, but it was a pretty good heel turn.
What made it a good heel turn is that you truly didn't see it coming. There were no rumors on the rumor mills. There was nothing on social media about, hey, spoiler alert. What?
I saw a few.
You're full of shit. He's making it up. I didn't.
No, I'm not. Why do you think I picked Owens?
Oh,
I picked
so
Owens because Shane
trading.
doesn't win.
It's insider trading.
Insider trading.
That kid's reaction, though, that was my reaction.
His voice, he had this Peter Brady moment going on.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see anything. Like, I couldn't even see Owens on the table, right? So I had no idea what was going on.
Amanda was actually at Hell in a Cell.
Where were your seats?
We were 100 level, row 20, right behind like the commentary.
Those are some good seats.
Yeah.
Yeah, just high enough that you really couldn't see Owens on the table.
Yes.
There was a picture floating around. I sent it through Messenger. I'll try and pull it up.
That was nice.
Yo, that shit was a little too close for comfort.
Yeah, that was crazy close.
But it played off well to have it that close.
I don't know how you pull that off.
It's not like you could rehearse that over and over again.
Yeah, you really don't get more than one try. I had to go through all the celebration of the Shield coming back. That was a nice little, in our group chat we had a little celebration. Okay,
I like that new shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new Shield shirt's good with the
getting that soon.
The fists.
I gotta get that one.
That's not a great way to put it, but the fists. So this is the fall right here.
Security guard couldn't care less.
I was going to comment on that.
That guy's reaction down here in the corner.
It was hysterical watching that guy.
That's wonderful. I also like the EMT, the old fat guy that got pushed over by Sami Zayn. Like, he's the first guy that had to take a Sami Zayn heel bump, was fat EMT guy. This is way too close for my liking. Shane.
Holy crap. It's like a shadow.
I think that Kevin Owens felt the breeze of Shane.
He had to have.
Yeah.
He probably didn't, just out of sheer adrenaline. Like, oh,
yeah,
that's literally last moment shit.
Yeah, that's a hell of a thing.
Could you imagine how much that would hurt getting hit by Shane?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah, because that could have gone horribly wrong too.
There were that when I first watched it and I didn't see Sammy pull Kevin, I was like, that was way too close. Like, even just watching it live, I was like, that was too close. And then I realized why. They were trying to incorporate a second person into the spot for the timing. I knew Kevin was getting up because of the way that he didn't put him all the way on the fucking table. Spoiler alert.
That
Like
in
that-
the falls count anywhere.
Yeah, well, we knew somebody was taking a big stupid Shane McMahon bump, but little did we know it was Shane McMahon twice. Thanks. I really appreciate what he does. He really goes all out. He's like Vince in the respect that Vince would go out there in those hardcore matches and get the shit beat out of him. So I don't know how many of these he's got left in him. Hopefully not a lot.
I'm hope for his sake. I hope.
Let's hope this was a nice send off for him. Because
Oh, that's not the end of Shane McMahon.
No,
I know,
definitely not.
But now that just means he's going to jump off something stupider.
I'm
Or
okay with
stupid.
that.
I don't know what the proper terminology is, but it's going to be dumb.
I'm okay with that.
He's gonna
People were saying he's going to jump off the roller coaster at WrestleMania.
Fucking go for it. I'm all in. I'm all in. I'll get my popcorn.
The cell into a Shark Tank.
Yeah, into an actual Shark Tank with Mark Cuban
And
sitting
then
outside.
did you guys see the pictures floating around of Shane's son giving Sami Zayn the finger?
Yeah.
That was
fucking
wonderful.
great.
I loved that.
Yeah.
I loved
There was
that.
one that was titled "Truly a McMahon."
Yeah, that's. You're gonna look at that kid. They're gonna play that little clip and like freeze frame it when he becomes like the new CEO in 30 years or something.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is, I don't know what the McMahon children's names are because I'm not that creepy to know them offhand. I think there's a
Billy.
Rose something, Aurora Rose. That might be one of the kids. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you about the comings and goings of the McMahon family.
All I know is that Steph
clan
has 3 girls and Shane has 3 boys. That's all I know.
Oh, all right. So what are the names now, Ryan? Let's figure this out.
Declan, Kenyon, Rogan.
Those are all very Irish names. Yeah. Wow. I would say.
I don't get how his kids can sit there and watch that.
That is wrong.
Because you know at least one of those psychopaths is going to be wrestling soon. Give it a
Okay,
couple
but,
years.
Yeah,
one
look
of them's like 4. How old
They
is the
all
youngest
that
one?
WrestleMania entrance.
How old was Noelle when she watched that I Quit match with Nick and Rock? Young enough to think nipples was funny. I mean, nipples is always funny, but she really got a kick out of the word nipples in that movie. And
But
then
yeah,
that thing happened. She was very young for that too. The good thing is, I guess for Shane's kids, he didn't really get like split open and gushing blood and losing teeth and all that other shit. So
Yeah.
It was a one and done, not a 32 air shots.
yeah, but you thought it was one and done because he did the elbow drop thing off the. They already did one table.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. We got the table out of the way. Whew, Shane didn't do anything dumb. We just pin him. All right, we're gonna go home. Good night, everybody. Roll credits. It's good. Shane only did half a jump. We're safe. I was like, oh, good. I can enjoy the rest of my night. And then Shane looked up, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be bad. And it just got progressively worse. Like the first one that was bad was Kevin Owens is brilliant because you thought he was terrified to make that jump.
Yeah.
And he really sold it like he was trying to psych himself up to do it. And I'm a sick person. I'm probably a sociopath. I was like, just do it. like with like Bender, do a flip.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump. Do a flip.
I was like, come on, I was like, Shane might die. I was trying to figure out the logistics of a big man that size falling onto Shane.
Man, my heart
I
was
didn't even think of that.
Yeah, that
wouldn't.
My feet were sweating. Like I was dying during that match.
If there ever was a splat, there'd be a splat if Owen jumped and hit Shane.
For sure.
I got to say, though, overall, I think this was a really great, solid pay-per-view from start to finish. I enjoyed every single match on the card. There were some matches better than others, but I think every match was great. So, some of the endings and results I'm not thrilled with, but that's just wrestling. But I think overall, it was very, very solid. I'm very happy with it. That tag match was unreal. With the
best opening match of the year.
That was
maybe best
Yeah.
match of the year. Potentially best match of the last 2 or 3 years, depending on what kind of like tag team matches. You might not find a better match going back a couple years.
Hmm.
Can't ask for a better one. Except you
Right.
could have had a better ending. I would have preferred New Day to hold on to him.
The last
Yeah, I would
real
like
good like tag match I remember was like maybe it was like Usos versus Harper and Rowan,
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah,
and that was 3 years ago.
Hmm.
right. Hey, speaking of dumb wrestling bumps, let me see if I can get this screen shared. I'm gonna go full screen first, or yeah, well, I'll do that. I want to see if you guys recognize this. It was going around the internet a little while ago. Let's see. Start screen share. Let's see if you guys does anybody recognize this?
I shared that.
I saw that.
That is the worst thing
Yeah, I saw
possible to happen.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, the other alternative was he murders the guy on the table if he lands it. That's going to be just a real shoot elbow drop onto a guy through a table onto a concrete floor. So instead of hurting and maiming 2 people, this guy hurt and maimed himself, and then made himself a legend because Jim Cornette talked about it. This is actually
he had to break his ass.
Yeah, he had to break everything in his
Break
everywhere.
his elbow.
That was
Do we know what he actually broke? Do we know?
You know what he said? I think he said he ended up being okay.
Oh my god.
Like, I don't think he did any serious damage. He should have really hurt himself.
I
But I
don't know
guess he
how
was
he
all
didn't
right.
do anything to that arm.
He said the first things that went through his head when he hit the ground were Matthew from Botchamania, Jim Cornette, and his family. So there was like, those were the first 2 thoughts were how bad people were going to make fun of him on the internet, and the third thought was his family. So
It could
those
have
are
been
priorities.
Priorities.
At least he
I'm
included the family.
fun on the internet.
Yeah, it's tough to watch. I think it just loops. That's the worst part. It just loops.
Another-
and keeps going.
And another one of those I remember it was like La Resistance. They were power bombing Spike Dudley outside through a table, but they missed. The back of his head hit the table.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh.
Ugh,
That's
rough.
that's
Not
terrible.
good.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's real bad. We didn't really do a cold open, a traditional open. So
No.
yeah, you've been tuning in this far. It's the War Report brought to you by TagMeADate.com.
If you can survive till then.
Well, yeah, we just went right into it after the Sami Zayn shocker reactions, which is fine because those were good reactions and it got us right into the pay-per-view. But hey, we should at least say hello to people and let them know who we are if you've never tuned in before. The War Report brought to you by TagMeADate.com. Find your tag team match from our roster of over 50,000 superstars and divas. TagMeADate.com. Also WrestleRumble.com, your pay-per-view pick'em site that we prefer very much. There may be others, and honestly, if there were, I wouldn't even give them the time of day or the press to put their names out there. They stink, as far as I'm concerned.
They're awful.
WrestleRumble.com is the best
They're
pay-per-view
awful.
pick-up service.
Yeah.
The Hell in a Cell results are going to come out soon because that was on Sunday. And
I think
then we'll have
they're
a
actually already out.
Are they out?
Yeah.
Oh, I was done. I'm on the site and I'm refreshing.
Oh, I know they're on Twitter.
Oh, they're on Twitter. Okay, so
They're on the Twitter machine.
Yeah.
The Twitter machine. Oh, by the way, I had to change shirt. I'll tell the audiences. I changed shirts before the show because Ryan was wearing his Bullet Club shirt, so I had to.
Next time, I
represent-
guess I have to change shirts.
Right, I gotta. No, I just wanted to represent my guys in the Ingobernables de Japón because got my buddy the former Kamatachi Hiromu Takahashi, the time bomb, on there, and Tetsuya Naito is going to win the title. He's taking it from Okada. You guys don't follow New Japan. He's taking the title from Okada. He's got to. It's going to be wonderful. I need you guys to watch.
Justin Lamar got second.
Really? Wow.
No, that was no.
Battle
You're
of
reading.
Buds.
Yeah,
She doesn't want to give him any credit.
Sorry.
that was for like a different.
I'm sorry.
Okay, good. Yeah. Speaking of Justin LeBar, we're going to kind of zoom through a few things right now. Since we talked about the pay-per-view, we can kind of bounce around. So who is, if you had to be on a desert island and listen to pre-show commentary, would you rather have Sam Roberts or Peter Rosenberg?
Rosenberg all day. Not even a choice. Not to mention, Peter Rosenberg happens to be a cool dude, where Sam Roberts is a fucking asshole. I'm not a fan of him. He's a douchebag.
I was wondering if they gave us too much Rosenberg the other night, but it might have been just the right amount, because the other alternative was, my name's Sam. I love wrestling.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
And since we're already in the kind of podcasty realm, should we even let's address it just a smidge. Chair Shot Reality, who we've worked with in the past and done advertisements with, and they're very nice people.
Justin LeBar?
Yeah, that since we were already,
Justin LeBar.
I don't know what. So from what I understand, I'm just kind of catching up on all this. I heard they signed up with What Culture, and then as soon as it began, it ended.
Yeah, they got one episode up.
They filmed 3, but they only posted 1, and then they posted a second one and took it down after 2 hours. And based on the 400 plus comments they got, which were both positive and negative, they decided that they weren't going to give it a chance, basically. Mm-hmm. And so they dropped them, and they left WrestleZone because of budget cuts. It was nothing personal. They had a great relationship. It just came down to budget cuts, and I guess they weren't willing to pay what. I guess I don't know how they structure anything over there, and I don't want to speculate. And then, but yeah, and now they're back on the market. The good news is, from what I understand, there was a crop of people that were interested outside of.
Oh, good.
So I think it's just a matter of time. Those guys do a great job. CSR.
Yeah, they'll land on their feet, no problem.
Oh, yeah, I'm not worried.
Give it a couple weeks.
And a couple suitors before they announced their thing with What Culture.
That's good. What Culture's been going through some weird stuff lately.
Yeah, seriously.
They dropped.
That was kind of weird that they
everybody.
left a weird situation to dive right into another.
Like all the guys on there that I was familiar with are gone now.
Yep, they pretty much got rid of all the wrestling guys, including the ones that booked the promotion for them. They're spinning the promotion off into a separate company and changing the name. It's no longer going to be What Culture Pro Wrestling. There's another word for it. And the other people from formerly of What Culture are starting their own network of YouTube's channel stuff or whatever they're going to do there. I don't think they're going to branch back out into booking shows, at least not for the moment. They probably need to get some kind of funding behind them again, because I hope
they at least do some YouTube videos or something.
Yeah,
I think they will. They're gonna get back out there, because they've announced. If you go on their individual Twitters, they link to I forget the name of the group, but they've formed another coalition of podcasters or whatever you want to call it, and they're putting that channel out as its own new thing. So they'll probably do wrestling stuff and some other things. The pop culture stuff, try and be basically competition to their old employers now. And it's kind of weird, because those guys are really a big part of the success of What Culture in general. A lot of subscribers subscribe for those personalities on those channels.
Yeah, I'll put Justin LeBar over. He's the one who I got the Sami Zayn heel turn off of.
See, all right. So I think we need to take a point away from Ryan for.
Yeah, you cheated.
Man, everybody. Listen. I don't know if everybody did, but I think I super stunk in that pay-per-view pick'em. Ryan, how bad did everybody stink this? I know me and Kat stunk the place.
I think I got 4 out of 7. I wasn't too off.
It was actually pretty close. I won by 1.
So there it is. So
see, look at that 1 point. You jerk.
How convenient.
Right now, you're Enzo, and we're the 205 Live.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, while you're looking up the scores, that's another one we can delve into. We've got a new, at least for the moment, at least for another 2 weeks, we've got a new cruiserweight champion.
It could change
How
tonight.
is 205 Live 3 weeks now? The main event of Monday Night Raw. I don't understand.
No one knows.
My theory is
you had 4.
They're trying to make it more relevant, I guess.
Football. It's all your fault.
they want to make it more they want to make it more relevant, but I also think it's because their world champion is not there. Brock Lesnar is not there, so they have a whole piece of their show missing. So they're going to interject
got the Miz to do that, to be the main event.
Should, but he's with the Shield.
And that could be main event stuff, but you don't want to give the match away right away.
Right.
Yeah.
So
it's a tough spot.
It's because of football. Don't lie.
I have mixed feelings about
like figure out the timing of all this shit that happens
That's actually
in relation to football. Yeah.
Yeah. They
They
put the
switched it.
Shield spot with Braun Strowman during halftime. Why?
No.
Who knows? She read the report.
Braun,
I
I
actually
love
didn't
how
read them. Wait,
Braun
report.
Strowman took the power bomb and then rolled off the table into a pit like a Mario villain and just
he did.
disappeared. It was like, I'm no longer needed in this shot. Let me get out of the way for you, and just whomp onto the floor.
I didn't even notice that.
He hit the table and just gingerly barrel rolled to the side. He was gone. He just felt like if a cat pushes something off the edge of a table, just slowly and
I'm finished with you for now.
for now. He should have said that as he's falling. I'm not finished with you. Just slowly.
As he melts. What a world. What a world.
Listen, if Bray Wyatt can cross-dress, that's
Oh
his
my
choice.
god.
Yeah, we got to get into that.
If Bray Wyatt can cross-dress, then
If
that
Bray
others.
Wyatt can
Yeah.
identify as Sister Abigail, anything can happen.
He identifies. Yes, that is the best
Which
way to put it.
bathroom does Bray Wyatt go into? Here's the question.
Are you going to stop him?
He goes
First of all-
to his own supernatural bathroom. Come on. Get with
What
the
the fuck?
Supernatural.
Supernatural back.
supernatural phobes.
What the fuck?
There's one guy icon, and one that's just Slimer from Ghostbusters.
No, it's the outline of what was it? The girl from the Possession movie.
Ring.
There's a ton of them. That's the
Oh,
issue.
okay. Yes.
So you
Just
have
that-
a perfect opportunity with this Sister Abigail deal to bring somebody in to play Sister Abigail. And instead we decide to make Bray Sister Abigail.
Mhm.
I'm not okay with this situation.
No.
It is so stupid.
Is anyone okay with this situation?
Is that the bathroom sign? I don't.
Yes, that would be on the bathroom side
I
for
mean,
Bray Wyatt.
I was more going for something like this.
Uh-oh. Oh, geez. This is where if you're
look-
listening to the podcast, you have to turn the video back on your phone. Sorry, guys. You got to unlock your phone for a second.
I was going for something like that.
Oh,
Just-
yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be terrible.
I hope
Yeah.
to God that what we saw is not the end game, because there's still the pay-per-view in a couple weeks coming up where they could do the real.
I don't think so, though. I think this is it. Doo-wop. As the song goes.
Please let me know.
Yeah, as Huey Lewis would say, this is it. We just got what we got, because the
That is
next
depressing.
Well, the only
Yeah.
reason I say that, and it is depressing, because Finn came on. The next segment was like, "Well, I saw her, and she
Right, yeah.
and
That's
she
true. He
said
did say
that,
so.
and who the fuck is that guy?" You know what I mean? Like he was talking very seriously about her, and I saw the spirit of her. And has anybody found me Lucky Charms? I cut out Lucky Charms to have these abs.
He was possessing Bray and then have her come out and interfere.
Right? Yeah. Maybe if he comes out, okay.
This
I
is
just
going to be the dumbest fucking thing ever.
Ryan,
terrible.
I'm trying to make chicken
Have you
crab
ever
and
watched
chicken
Lord of the
salad.
Rings.
No.
You guys watch the Lord of the Rings movies? Okay.
I have.
All right. In Lord of the Rings movies, there was an old king, and he was old and crusty and looked like he was kind of basically half dead on the throne, and he was really possessed. So when the wizard came over and hit him, gave him the fucking holy healing deal, with the staff. Yeah, so he broke the curse from him, and he was suddenly better again. But he had to do like all these convulsions, and you see the thing leaving his body and all this shit. So here, what if somehow during the middle of the match, Bray's got this goofy corpse paint on, like he's a member of some metal. I really wish I had a metal band to compare him to. Yeah, if he came out like Death Clock cartoon or something with the corpse paint on, and he's Sister Abigail. If he did like some kind of convulsions and all this shit, and then all of a sudden the lights flicker and Sister Abigail comes out of him, and then there's a woman and like a real woman, like Eric would want. So like he somehow births or exercises Sister Abigail from his body, and then we've got a real one.
Yeah,
they're already saying he's a girl. Like, is the commentary if he dresses as Sister Abigail with the makeup and the beard? Remember, he's still got a beard. If he comes out as Sister Abigail the rest of this match, are they going to call him on commentary? Sister Abigail hits a clothesline. Look at her go. You know?
That is
Michael Cole going to say, and next week she's challenging for the Raw Women's Championship. Asuka versus Sister Abigail. It's just Bray Wyatt in a dress.
It's gonna be worse than Harvey.
We gotta get off this topic because it's depressing me. You know, we jumped off a Hell in a Cell. Well, something else we need to talk about, and that's Jinder Mahal is still the world champion.
What in the ever-loving shit?
Amanda's losing it.
I mean, what the fuck?
I almost threw my phone. I almost threw. No.
Just did the whole this with your phone.
And I like literally like I had it ready to check. I was so mad.
Now,
Because,
does he get a match? Does he get a match 3 because now they'll ban the Singh brothers? And
they had a pay-per-view about a cage. The whole pay-per-view was about cages. They could have just put this one in the cage and the Singh brothers wouldn't go in.
But if they want to make it a third match and have them win 3 times the charm, then there's no reason to put them in the cage now. Not that they're going to do it later.
Oh, okay. Car crash. He is still champion. This is wonderful because
I thought like, okay, so the whole crowd went crazy when they kicked out the Singh brothers.
Yep.
Because like for like that minute, you're like, oh my God, Shinsuke's winning.
That's so true.
And then he didn't win.
They raised your hopes just to crush him.
Like, why do that? Why throw them out for him to lose?
He fell into the old pro wrestling trap of looking over the top rope at something happening outside of the ring. Never look at anything that happens outside of the ring because then somebody's going to come behind you and hit their move on you and pin you.
They're going to roll you up, brother.
I can tell you right now that on Friday at 9:30 p.m., Shinsuke will be beating Jinder for the title in my WWE 2K18 for the Xbox One because I pre-ordered the sumbitch. I get it early, and I got the bonus thing with Kurt Angle. I'm very excited, and Shinsuke will be my world champion. So if the WWE ain't going to do it, I'm going to do it.
You do it, I'm booking it.
You're damn right.
My territory's going to have Nakamura as champ.
Just send me a picture of that. I just need to see it.
Oh, don't you worry. I got you.
What goes? I'm a moron. What does Shinsuke do next? Where does he go?
Well, I'm going to assume that they're going to have a third and final.
But he looks like such a jabron.
I know. Well, no, because it looks like it's been 3-on-1. That's how they're portraying it.
And now because he lost clean with the Singh brothers out, he just looks like even worse.
It's not a good look because Randy Orton went through it and still really hasn't recovered because now nobody gives a shit about him and Rusev. Oh yeah, that match happened. Who gives a shit about that match?
Yeah, and I'm a big Orton fan, but I don't know. That was the piss match.
Unless they're leading up to the actual time when Rusev becomes the legend killer and kills the legend of Randy Orton and they actually put him over, which doesn't sound like it's going to happen.
I doubt it, but what I think what Orton needs right now is he needs a heel turn.
That's what everyone is saying.
Yeah, he needs to go heel.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the best way to make him relevant again, or more so. And that's the heel turn. And I know he's wanting it. So I'm pretty sure that's just a matter of time.
Right.
Yeah. So.
I appreciate that, Jim.
I don't. I really like Randy Orton. I just don't particularly care for whatever he's doing right now. He's just kind of.
What is he really doing now?
Dude, Eric
Exactly.
is so emoji
Kind of
hungry.
limbo.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Eric is. Yeah, he bought that WWE emojis pack.
I
How
want
much
it.
did you pay for that?
Like $2.
99 cents, right?
It was like $1.99. Yeah, it's not gonna break the bank, but
He has sent more emojis in the last 48 hours.
he loves. I mean, listen, he's like excited. He gets to
He's getting his
send
money's worth.
different.
I'm trying. Most of them are non-moving, but I'm trying to get the most animated ones that I can.
It's hilarious.
It's trial and error. That's it.
And there's a lot of them too. That's the other thing that I've heard about that is it's a lot of different wrestlers. So I suppose if you send emojis as
Who's the
frequently as Eric
They've
does,
got the freaking Authors of Pain in it.
Ooh, I want this. I'm gonna download it.
it does. It has the Authors of Pain as emojis.
Yep.
Send them.
Send it. I gotta see this.
So Charlotte Natty was a good match.
That was a.
It was
And
a good match.
I thought the finish was good. I thought
didn't
the
like
finish was well played. If you're gonna have Natty keep the title,
Mhm.
at least Charlotte doesn't get pinned.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but it was just kind of came like they did the big thing out of the ring, and then it was just like, hey, I'm gonna come over and hit you with a chair. And 9 times out of 10, if you hit somebody with a chair outside of the ring, the referee just stands there and looks dumb. This was the one time he decided to ring the damn bell.
He was on top of the balls back this
It's
time.
inconsistent at best as to what they let go on the outside of the ring, but
He was having none of that. None of those
None of
shenanigans.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to find a tweet
See,
that
but in real life, like when being there, that match was like probably the worst for me. I didn't watch the pay-per-view again, so
Yeah.
I didn't see it with the commentary, but being there, it was really slow.
Really?
Well, yeah.
Here's what I heard about the arena itself was if you went out to the concourse to go to the bathroom or something, you had to go before a match. They wouldn't let you out during a match. And I don't know if this is certain sections or what, but somebody who was there said they couldn't go. They wouldn't let you, if you went out like during the middle of a match, you couldn't get back in until the next one started. So a lot of people left the arena for the women's match and couldn't be let back in until it ended. So it kind of was like a sparse crowd.
Oh.
That's what.
Why the fuck would they do that for?
I never heard of arenas doing that.
Yeah,
I know, like I've heard of baseball stadiums doing that.
Well, unless they did
But,
that at the request of WWE, maybe they didn't want.
Maybe.
I can
Maybe it
understand.
was like TV side?
Or hockey waiting for a stop.
Yeah, that's a good point. He might have been TV. They could have been TV side.
Because actually the other side wasn't that full.
Really, it wasn't very. And that's a pay-per-view. Well, it used
And like
to be
a big pay-per-view.
Yes, I mean, all Hell in a Cell is kind of a big deal. I like Hell. I mean,
I enjoyed the pay-per-view.
And no cash in.
They have a ton of shows though now. Like the pay-per-view now is twice a month.
Yeah.
But-
yeah.
And there was no cash in. That's right.
But I think that's because it wasn't like a 1, 2, 3 pin. Like Natty was like pretty still energetic. Like Carmella's not gonna come in and be like,
Right. Yeah, that was. Yeah. So there was a tweet by this WWE Creative Humor Twitter account, and it was like a fake quote that they ascribed to Randy Orton. Happy to be far away from whatever that Sister Abigail bullshit was. Well, one of the 800 and whatever likes is actually Randy Orton. If you go through, like, there's 800. I can't scroll through all 800, but it was liked. That tweet was actually liked by Randy Orton. So he agrees with. And he's liked and retweeted this account before, and if you don't follow it, it's pretty funny. They have,
yeah.
I believe there is some.
What are they gonna do to Orton?
Yeah, exactly. They can't do anything to him. I believe it was somebody who was formerly with WWE as a writer, who now does this anonymously, and it's pretty funny.
Yeah, they're
put
funny. I follow them.
during the pay-per-views. They're pretty good. There was one I used to follow. I don't even know if it's around because I'm barely on Twitter anymore.
That's interesting.
There was
Gordon's,
old Tony Schiavone.
on lockdown.
What?
What? Whose
You have
Twitter's
to
on
be
lockdown?
following him to see his tweets.
Who?
Gordon.
Really?
Yeah,
His tweets are
protected. Here.
really. I don't know. I can see him. Maybe you got blocked by Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Oh, you got blocked by Randy Orton. Oh shit, you got blocked by Randy Orton. Oh, this is real. Hold on a second. I gotta go. Do you see
How did
this?
you get blocked by?
Look, I can go to Randy Orton's account and see his tweets, and he
You're
can't.
following
You
him,
got
though.
blocked by Randy Orton.
See, there's the.
What did you
this.
do to piss him off, Ryan?
Yeah.
See, it even says I'm following him. It's.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
you have to follow him to
Oh,
see
you-
it.
It's
That's
like
the-
see
sending.
it.
Wait,
You
that's the
only
wrong
have- you
one.
have to be
Go
following
back.
him.
He's got 5.6 million followers. How's he going to suddenly restrict people from following him?
Ryan, put that back up.
Yeah,
Yep.
put that back. Something's wrong.
Look at it. It says
Look at it.
Look at it.
That's not the real Randy
That's
Orton,
not the
by
real
the way.
Randy
You
Orton.
got a wrong account, buddy. That's some Indian person pretending to be Randy Orton.
That might be why.
Damn, you got blocked from the fake Randy Orton.
You can't even follow the fake Randy Orton. He's like, no, my friend.
That's
No,
impressive.
no.
You are not important.
You're not
Another man from India pretending to be
Go
paid.
fuck yourself.
Like,
Stop
it's
that
really
nonsense.
weird.
Yeah.
There are
That's
so
funny.
many accounts like pretending to be wrestlers,
Yeah,
like
There are a
role play
lot of those,
accounts.
yeah.
It's borderline, not borderline. It's very
Mess.
creepy.
That's weird.
Yes. We're about halfway through, a little more than halfway through. We should probably take these questions.
Do we know what the questions are? Because
Kat said she read them into the voice thing, so I'm gonna see if I can play them from Messenger.
I know one of them was for me.
Excellent. So I'll see if I can play them.
It was literally just, was I alive?
Well, if you're gonna play them, Vince, just play the question and then pause it, and then we'll.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try and see if I can accomplish here on the iPad. The now
Sounds so much better on the iPad too.
wait for it to load up. Oh, you sent all the authors of pain and an RKO out of nowhere. Thanks for all the gifts, Eric. You know, that doesn't make it any harder to find what we're looking for. I'm just kidding.
You should send them while he's
I
looking.
see two of them.
Yeah, there's two little voice
There are
notes.
two? Okay. So let's see here. Play this.
So far, two questions are in the mailbox. One directly to Amanda, are you alive? Because someone obviously heard you last week saying that if Ginger wins, you riot. And two, is Vince that concerned about Asuka's health or her condition of her shoulder that they made her first opponent Emma, because Emma is completely unworthy, as this person wrote?
Ooh. Well, we don't have credit for whoever sent those in. Question number one, Amanda is alive.
I'm alive. I'm
She's
mad,
there.
but I'm alive.
Right. Oh, yeah. That's what happens.
She's not Sister Abigail. She's alive.
Is Sister Abigail alive? We'll find out next. That was the worst. Why would you put that? I saw that graphic and I was like, oh no, oh no.
Oh no.
I even said to you guys, either this is going to be brilliant or it's going to be fucking terrible.
Yeah.
It couldn't just be one where you go, okay, that was good. Like, I get it. Like, it was just the lowest possible expectation.
It fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Tell us how you feel, Steve.
Yeah, that's how you feel.
Fucking A.
Steve put up the perfect gift for that right before too.
Which one was it?
With the Willy Wonka, the suspense is terrible. That was fantastic.
That was well timed, and oh my goodness, that whole segment was. Let's not.
Moving on.
Yes. The second question.
Can't deal anymore with this Bray Wyatt shit.
The second question regarding Asuka, I feel that Emma was a very safe choice because it saves your bigger matches for like the Baileys and the Sashas, etc.
Yeah, I think it was going to be either her or Alicia Fox were going to win that.
I didn't think it was going to be Alicia Fox because Alicia Fox is, as she even said, she hasn't had a T-shirt in 9 years or whatever. Why
She's
would anybody
ashamed
want?
of her career.
And Emma will put on a good match with her.
Emma can really wrestle if this is her platform. She keeps talking about it on TV, and I'm sure this is an extension of her complaining backstage. This is her opportunity to show them what she can do, and I
we've
hope
seen
she
what
does
she
well.
can do.
Is she gonna have the opportunity to show what she can do?
Yeah, she's going to end up. Well,
Listen, you have to
would hope
know.
it's a competitive match.
All
not
you
just a
want to
job.
see is that Emma puts up a good fight. She takes crisp bumps, and she makes it all look good. Because at the end of the day, you have to know going in, there is absolutely no fucking way Asuka loses.
Yeah.
No.
So you already know Emma's losing, but she just has to put on a good match. And she's got the potential to do it. A lot of people are, oh, that was a horrible choice. It was the perfect choice because you're right, Vince. You got to save the Asuka Banks, the Asuka Bailey, you got to save those matches for big pay-per-views. One of the big four. That's what that's for. So I think it was the move. It's not like you had that many options.
Yeah.
And she can wrestle.
Right.
She's good. I really like Emma. I wish that she had an expanded role, and maybe now this is her opportunity.
Her gimmicks suck. That's the problem.
It would be cool if they hold off Asuka until Mania and have her win the Women's Royal Rumble. If they can manage.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. We should talk about that a little bit. The Women's Royal Rumble potentially at this year's upcoming Royal Rumble,
Which
or
I think
January's
is great.
Royal Rumble.
That would be
Absolutely.
awesome. I would go
be very
see
into
that.
Is it in Pittsburgh again? Where is it?
Philly.
I don't even know.
Philly.
It's in Philly. They
Philly.
love putting that one in Pennsylvania.
They should include some of the NXT girls too.
They might.
Yeah.
They would have to get it up to 30
Yeah,
if
they
they
would
wanted
have
to
to.
do 30.
Listen, it could be
I don't
just
think
like
they would
that.
do 30. Maybe
No, they're not
20.
going to do 30. I mean,
20.
you got to remember, if they do 30, then that's going to be 2 hours
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
between the
Look
two,
how long the
and then
pay-per-view
you're not leaving a lot of time for other matches.
Yeah.
SummerSlam was 4 hours.
That's true. That's true. They could take the Rumble and make
Sunday's
it
show.
4.
Sunday's show was
That shit went way too long. That shit was
Way-
like
yeah,
11:30.
that went
Still,
really
I'm like,
over.
I gotta go to work. What the fuck?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was 11:30, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't
Then
believe
let's
it.
watch Talking Smack like directly after.
Yeah.
I'm Sam Roberts. Welcome to Talking Smack.
Oh, thank God we were saved.
We're gonna talk some smack.
Somebody needs to fucking smack him.
At least we got Rosenberg.
We do have Rosenberg. Oh,
Oh yeah.
we should make the announcement since we haven't told anybody. Kat's not here this week, but Kat is a big fan of conspiracy theories, particularly surrounding Chris Benoit. So we have a special announcement to make about next week's show, which I'm very much looking forward to. We have a special guest, and I'm going to make sure I get our announcement correct here because I don't want to mess up the announcement. Next week is the 17th, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
All right. And 7 p.m. next week, we're going to do another live show. And we don't have Jesse Ventura on. But Jesse Ventura wants you to know that Bin Hameen from the Conspiracy Horsemen is going to come on and discuss thermite paint. Wait, nope. He's coming on to discuss Chris Benoit. So we're actually having a special guest, Bin Hameen, who apparently is a big deal. I didn't know. But when I announced his name, everybody seemed to know who he was and respond positively, which is fantastic. He seems knowledgeable. It is a podcast that's been going on for a little while, the Conspiracy Horsemen. They discuss false flag operations and thermite paint. And we want to see if I should put Jesse back on. I should do the.
Or get a picture of Ben Hamino.
We're gonna see if the Iron Sheik knows anything about 9/11. No, we're gonna have fun next week because I just think it kind of happened the way it happened.
It's hard.
It's a tragedy. Let's move on kind of deal. And,
I'm with you.
Kat is on the other side of that. She has a lot of thoughts she wants to express about it. So I figured let's bring on a professional. He might be bringing some other people on from the podcast. I want to thank Stevie Richards. Follow Steve. I think it's BWO Stevie on social media. Michael Mann on. I don't know. Stevie Richards is awesome. He hooked me up with Ben Hameen. We're going to do the podcast next week. We're going to send him the link. He's going to join us live. Might have a couple, maybe another host or two from the show jump on if they want to say anything.
Awesome.
So I'm looking forward to that because I want to see someone else's take on it because I never talked about it with anybody. It's such a weird situation to go through because you don't go like now. I guess this is a bad example too. The guy from Glee. Just now, the guy from Glee just pled guilty to having child porn.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's like if you watch Glee now, is Glee ruined for you because you see that guy, or do you feel uncomfortable? Kind of, it's like an actor that you knew and you followed, and all of a sudden he's.
You're saying it's not a good example, and it actually is a fucking brilliant example. Because
see, I didn't know if
right,
because Glee is not Glee's. I think it's off the air now. It was only on for a certain amount of time. It's not, but so we had more experience with Chris Benoit. I mean, we watched him on TV.
Listen, we watched Chris Benoit for 15 plus years. And to become one of the best in-ring performers ever in history. And unfortunately, the young people don't really get to understand that because of what happened. And, you talk conspiracy theories. I know what I've heard, and I'm going to save it for next week. But
excellent.
I think
there's a tease.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
I think it's going to be a good show.
It is.
We have one more question that Kat read to us via the audio thing. Which, good idea, Kat. Because I can play that on the air, so she still gets her airtime.
She's still getting her shit in.
Yeah, she's still getting her shit in. The 25-second clip I've played of her is more airtime than Greg Opie Hughes has had in over 100 days because he got fired from Sirius. So Kat officially has more airtime than Opie. But we'll play one more question from Kat here.
And sorry, another one came in. Is Enzo Amore the big show now of 205? 1 week heel, 1 week face.
I think he's the big show of 205 Live because the new rumor is that he's going to get his ass whooped by Conor McGregor at WrestleMania this year.
Ooh, yes, I heard that.
Really?
Yep. They are apparently a UK newspaper, so let's hold our horses and not speculate until we speculate, has reported that the WWE, and the only reason anybody gives it any credence is because the guy's from overseas. So the UK newspaper is reporting that WWE has put an offer on the table to Conor McGregor, undisclosed who it would be, but if you line up the sizes of everybody, first of all, Big Show's done. He needs a new hip. You're not putting him out there against Braun. I'm going to put him out against Roman. Maybe you could put him against Rollins or Ambrose, but you're going to put him against a guy his size.
What about Finn? Irish against Irish.
Yeah, that could work, but I think they've already had Enzo talking stuff about Conor on Twitter before, and he bought a ticket to the fight so they could always pay. You bought a ticket to see me, and you were sitting in the 10th row. You couldn't even afford the first row because you're broke. You're not rich like me. And then he's going to go. And then he's going to fight him, and he's going to, bada boom, hey, oh, you over there with the red hair, I'm going to smack your beard off, smack talker Skywalker, blue-eyed, blue hair. Yeah, you know, how you doing? Thoughts and prayers.
That was perfect.
That would be great. The other thing, maybe, who else? Conor against Finn would be a good match. Who else could you really pair him up against that would be semi-believable? Because he's small. Remember how he's as small as Floyd, maybe a smidge bigger. Cedric?
Dean Ambrose?
Yeah, Dean Ambrose would be a good matchup. Because he's crazy, and they could do like hardcore brawls and go around the ring. Probably try and limit the amount of bumps or whatever that Conor's going to take. As long as it's not a Ronda Rousey moment, because that was great, and I love Ronda, and that was a wonderful WrestleMania moment, but you wanted her to beat the crap out of somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
You know, that was like the tease of it all. So if he just comes in and bow and punches Enzo in the face and that's it, you're not getting as much out of him as you could. If you can promote it as a match, oh shit. What if you had Connor against Brock? Scrap Roman Reigns altogether. Connor against Brock.
Put the title on the line. That'll get some eyes.
Hey, can I jump in for a sec?
Absolutely.
Go for it. It's your show.
This this was this just came out, and this is on MSN.com. You know, they always talk about every time there's a big bump, like Shane did. You know, they were rushed to the hospital, and you never know if it's a work or whatever. Well, according to MSN.com, he was rushed to the hospital right after the match. 47-year-old longtime wrestling personality found himself in the ring at the Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, battling Kevin Owens. Show more. Instead, it was, of course, it's not the first time McMahon. Now they're just showing pictures of the fall. Shane McMahon had been taken to a local medical facility after leaping from the top of the cell and crashing through the announce table during his brutal Falls Count Anywhere Hell in the Cell match against Owens. Preliminary report has determined that Shane may be dealing with multiple injuries, including neck trauma, fractured ribs, and a dislocated shoulder. While nothing has been confirmed at this time, WWE.com will continue to monitor Shane's condition. McMahon, who is a part-time professional wrestler and minority owner of WWE, has been working with the WWE since he was 15. So, yeah. So, I mean, now granted, that could be something that WWE put out and MSN got word of.
That was on the website.
Okay.
Now,
So
I think just the way he hit the table, first of all, I know the padding is fantastic and all that, but it seemed like less padding than the other jump that he did at the Hell in a Cell WrestleMania in Dallas. So
that one looked like it had an airbag, the one at WrestleMania.
Right, and like kind of slowly deflated. This one was just kind of maybe a padded table. Maybe it was just a collapsible table with some shit underneath it.
It really did not look like much.
He hit it and kind of smacked off of it. And he left like a sweat imprint of his arm, and you know, I would believe at least some of that, because I think the way he landed on his arm, you could separate your shoulder or dislocate your elbow or something like that in that kind of a fall if it goes wrong. And he definitely landed right on his arm. So your arm lands there and pins under. If your arm is underneath your sandwich, it's the table, your arm, and then the ribs. And you would be sandwiched in, so you could really damage all those if you fucked it up. So just depends how bad it actually is. I'm sure he's fine. He's a McMahon. He's gonna walk it off. I wouldn't be surprised if he did have a separated shoulder.
Probably.
You think he'll be there tonight?
Like Vince would be.
It'll be interesting to see if he does show up tonight, Amanda. What's that? What's the breaking
news?
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Kelly is single. She has split from her husband.
All right, I'd like to apologize for Ben Hameen. We have to cancel next week's show. Next week, we're going to try and get Kelly on.
He's no longer a wag.
Right, and then individually, each of us are going to take a turn asking her to marry us and see what the response is.
Me too? She'll say yes to me.
The show will be 7 minutes long. 2 minutes of no's and 5 minutes of her and Amanda and Kelly. Yeah, Amanda and Kelly. Guys, can you leave? Bye.
Bye.
Gotta end the show. She probably would have the best shot out of all of us. I can't believe you broke in with breaking news that Kelly is single. That's wonderful. Thank you, news department. Did that really just come out too?
I just got a message about it.
You just got a message about it.
My people. I have people.
Who messaged you?
Huh?
A wrestling person? Or?
No, my boy hit me up and he goes, "Bro, did you see this?" And then I opened the article. And
we get breaking news music like the
Yes. Yeah. Well, I attempted to do that today and get my iPad hooked up. It turns out I have a shitty cable. So I have a bad iPhone cable, which is making the connection to the computer bad. So I'm trying to load more soundboardy stuff onto this tablet so we can do like hacky radio sound effects and stuff. And yeah, we can definitely do like a little breaking news. Have a breaking news and the music in the background. Yeah, we could definitely have some
Highly
stuff.
appropriate, like heavy metal, like
The heavy metal news.
what are you guys tonight? Find out at 11.
So we're looking forward to, in just a few minutes, Smackdown Live coming on the air. And that jerk, Sami Zayn, better explain himself. He's one of your people, Amanda, and by that I mean Canadian. So him and Kevin Owens.
That's why he did it. Is
Montreal
basically-
exposing it up in the ring.
He did it for Brett.
I don't recall
Yeah.
ever being this excited to hear what Sami Zayn has to say.
I
don't think
Sami Zayn.
anybody has ever been this excited.
I mean,
to
look,
hear
I love Sami Zayn, but like, I just never, you know.
Zayn isn't much of a talker.
Uh-oh. I know that.
Should we blame the government or blame society? Or should we blame the images on TV?
Wait for it. We were looking for Sami Zayn's new music. We had it all along.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we should have done, but thanks.
I really wonder how they play this off. Like, is it just going to be like, I'm a good guy, but I have to do bad things to get ahead, and I regret it, but I don't because...
I think it's going to be, I came to SmackDown for an opportunity, and I haven't gotten one.
Okay. Is he going to be Spider-Man 3 emo Sami Zayn?
He'll come down to the ring with that dancing.
Yeah, with the hair in his face and all that. Because he looked kind of... That's what he was reminding me of, dressed in all black with his hair like that on Sunday night.
You know, it's a new dynamic because we've seen them two work together as faces in indies, but we've never seen them work together as heels.
I know, the best friends are back together in a weird way. It's
Super
like,
best friends.
It's an odd friendship that they have because...
He could say something like,
you're fighting your best friend for like...
was just tough love. You know, something like that.
Right.
Some.
And I finally got it.
Woke me up.
Steve just said he's not watching it live, so don't spoil it. We should just immediately spoil it for him.
No, we should open up a live broadcast inside the Facebook chat.
I'm just going to turn my TV on right now and wait for it to happen and then just tell him as it's happening.
Just live log it the entire way.
I'm going to go on Periscope later and just shout the results into the Periscope stream.
That's not very nice.
I've been thinking about doing that, like a Periscope. Like a live during wrestling. Just have it on and kind of...
Just like...
Do your own audio commentary.
Right.
That'd be cool. Some people know.
People do. I like the reaction videos online. Those are a big thing now.
Yeah,
compilations of the reactions.
Sting one.
There's a Sting one.
Yeah, when Sting came out with that Survivor Series.
Did you see the one where?
There's a reaction. It's hysterical.
There was one where I forget who. Oh, John Cena lost, and then the kid like smashed his TV.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
A ton of things.
That's great.
Well, it is 8 o'clock. We should play some fans freaking out for Bin Hameen next week. Get some reactions is it a conspiracy? Are they all freaking out?
Are they
sending your questions?
Project MK
Or
Ultra.
are they paid to freak out?
It's the fluorine in the water supply that's making the fans react this way.
Tell me, Gorilla. Tell me.
And keep sending in your questions, especially if you want to be a part of next week's show.
Yes. So we should
keep
plug the
sending
email
them in.
address again. askthewarreport@gmail.com for your questions. And or hashtag Ask the War Report and tag me a date and your questions on social media. We'll see it. We'll ask it. Give you credit for the question as long as you give us your name and all that contact information, the email, whatever. We are going to put the best questions in a pick'em opportunity with WrestleRumble.com. The best question of the month gets a pay-per-view entry, a pay-per-view pick'em entry at WrestleRumble.com, which the next one is TLC, I assume.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. Prizes have not been announced yet, correct?
No.
All right,
Not
so we'll wait until those are announced to officially announce them. The results are on Twitter, the Wrestle Rumble Twitter for your Hell in a Cell ones. If you enter
They're
the
on
pay-per-view
Facebook
pick'em
too.
and Facebook, awesome. And check out WrestleRumble.com for the pay-per-view pick'em. Also, ask Tag Me a Date or ask the Wool Report at gmail.com to get your question read on the air. Next week, please, if you can, keep them to. You can ask other questions because I'm sure some other stuff will come up, but the episode itself is going to be centered around the Chris Benoit situation, the Benoit family situation, and the various conspiracy theories and things surrounding it. So the why are the dogs locked out of the house? Who put the Bibles next to everybody? Why was some very different things about the was Kevin Sullivan involved?
Can I throw out a question?
Yeah, sure.
Is Hameen is a Montreal truther as well?
Oh, he is?
No, I asked if he is.
Oh, for the screw job?
Yeah.
Ah, that's a good one. I asked Ray Rougeau. He was a Mountie. He was sworn to an oath he couldn't lie. God, I love that. That hacky Jesse Ventura impression is going to come out a lot next week. Be prepared.
Might as well have him here with that. I don't know who his impression is, Gorilla, but he's really rattling me.
Can you? There's a doppelganger out there on the internet impersonating me and stealing my identity. I was the Navy SEAL. I was in Predator. I was the WWF superstar, not some doppelganger all hopped up on MK Ultra from the deep state. I hate myself for knowing all this conspiracy stuff. But this has been. Anybody have any other things before we close out?
I was going to say, you were getting real specific.
I was narrowing it down from. Daniel Tosh had a joke like that. He's like, he narrowed it down enough for one guy in the audience to get a chuckle out of it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I did. I went from really broad just down to like that one. There's one viewer who's listening right now. Like he's like, this is a wonderful episode. I gotta send you a tweet. This is awesome. And I'm like,
hey, you may be joking about this, but I know someone.
Right. I'm sure there's a guy that's going to be serious about everything that I just said.
Yeah.
So ask the War Report at gmail.com for your Chris Benoit conspiracy tragedy related questions with Ben Hameen of the Conspiracy Horsemen. Follow their podcast as well. If you enjoy the War Report here, please check out tagmeatdate.com, the first and only dating site exclusively for wrestling fans with our roster of over 50,000 superstars and divas to choose from. You can find your tag team partner, have yourself a tag team match on tagmeadate.com. Go to youtube.com to subscribe to our channel. youtube.com, go to the search bar and put in Tag Me a Date, all one word, Tag Me a Date, no spaces, squish it all together. You will see our Tag Me a Date channel where you can like and subscribe to our channel, like our videos. Hit the bell if you want to be notified on your mobile device when we go live or upload a video. We are live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Next week, October the 17th, we're going to have Ben Hameen from the Conspiracy Horsemen on discussing Chris Benoit. That should be a fun time. Check us out once again every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on Eastern Time. There is a time change coming up eventually. It only affects a few of you. We'll let you know when it happens. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to check out tagmeatdate.com and sign up. It is absolutely free. And we will see you next week for some Benoit conspiracy theory discussions. Have a nice week.